back, everybody. We are heading to this little place up on the hill right here with some absolutely amazing stonework done. A big sign up. Let's see what it actually says. Well, yeah, I'm not going all the way up this hill. I'll never end up getting back down. Alright, let's go out and check this out. Alright. Really hoping I'm going to make it home tonight. My car is really acting strange. It's saying it does not detect my key. So hopefully I don't have to catch a tow truck back. Wow. Not as big as what I thought it was going to be. I actually thought this place would be larger. And not in very good condition. See, this is what I'm talking about. They have all these flags. It's like, what do you do? Put them all up or what? We'll do it. Won't take long. There. 3 American flags back up and flying. It surprises me because some of these aren't incredibly old. And then to be in this bad a condition. I mean, some of like the newer stones obviously are fine. But like, it does seem like this place is in, maybe it just, I don't know, maybe it just is that look. It's, I guess the stones aren't as bad, except for this section right over here. But it is definitely incredibly historic from the 1800s. And you see 2 birth dates here is what I'm assuming, because they're on the left. And they have never put in the dates of death, which makes me wonder once again if it's one of those circumstances where they ended up not getting buried here and then the memorial just got left. Incredible place though, and what's kind of funny is that I didn't realize until I was just looking up a second ago, but I have another place marked on the map that we can literally see from here. I'll show you that here in just a moment. I think I've located in the back another homemade stone. You can usually recognize them because they're made out of cement. And then they have things pressed into them. So we have one right here that has a cross pressed in with some metal metal lettering that it looks to be tacked onto the top here. And I've never seen it listed like this. It must have been a child that buried her because it listed as Mother Ward, but I'm not really sure. That's interesting. Okay, this is, okay, the last name is Ward. Well, it's hard to see on that one, but you can see just over here, Mary Ward. And so this, it looks to me like it's listed as Mother Ward and maybe a memorial to somebody's mother. And then directly behind, if I walk up to the fence here, you see way off in the distance here a little church, and next to that church is a tiny little graveyard. And that's one of the locations that I'm wanting to film. So I found that kind of interesting that it's literally just across this farmer's field. And again, in one of those places, I'm assuming if we were to actually look up the information, that the row would be completely filled all the way down, but over the years so much has just disappeared that there's really not much that they can do about it right now without some major restoration project. And sometimes that stuff is super complicated. I've known cases where they've had to get sonar data underground, basically echolocation. They've used electrolocation, which is, I'm not sure if I'm saying the process right, but basically you conduct electricity through the ground and you can see anomalies underneath. And so, as easy as it may seem to just dig up a bunch of lost, buried memorials and then put them back on display again, it is often much harder than just doing that. And so when you see these places that are so unkept, just realize sometimes the expensive nature of actually finding and then restoring a lot of the lost stuff. Definitely some gunshots off in the distance, very far. I think somebody is out hunting today. Either that or that's a mean backfire from like a truck or something. Okay, that is not a memorial. However, there are a bunch moving forward that are partially buried here. And the winter would really be the time to kind of cut some of this back, as you can really see what you're doing. So it'll be interesting to see maybe if we can visit in the future, maybe even next season, and see if anything's been done, if there's anything active, any projects going on here. So my guess would be it's either the local township or this farm next, whoever owns the farm next door, that's caring for the property. And let's check out this real quick. You can see that it is a hill just in the center of this field here, and the retaining wall is at its highest right here. It's an interesting old fence too. Definitely, I don't know if it's original, but it's incredibly old. You can see how elaborate it is. Even this section here has been twisted to give it a really fancy look. So yeah, I don't know the age, but it's got to be close to original. You can see the section's missing here, and then leading into what I would assume is a more modern retaining wall, which we'll check out here in just a little bit. And then one lonely little memorial here, which I assume the writing is actually on, yeah, the underside there. It looks like maybe 1857. And then heading back, I can see that another odd placement. And you can see a little bit of paint work that's been done right there. It's kind of interesting. But behind it, you can tell that these are facing forward. And this one has either been moved or it was placed there like that purposefully. So I'm not really sure which it is. And this one here, I think this is actually, yeah, it's an old piece of a bottle with a number 2 on it. kind of cool. We'll leave it right where it was for other people to find and see. But kind of an interesting find next to a unfortunately damaged and knocked over memorial here, and not really possible to read that one without attempting to restore it to its original location, which, as I've said before, I don't do because I'm not an expert. And I would rather leave it for the next person who knows what they're doing than to potentially damage it more myself. But occasionally stuff like this I'll, wipe off. This one's gonna be not legible either way. You might be able to make out some of it, but it's pretty bad condition, like a lot of this place. I see a Joseph, and the date's very clear, of 1825. And then another one that's been buried here. Wow. And this is a husband and wife couple here. Erasmus, I have heard that name, but a very, very interesting and cool name though. And another section with heavy, heavy damage. Some writing, but difficult for me to tell right here. Well, we got it partially uncovered, but I can't really make out anything on it. It's too heavily covered in dirt. It needs to be sprayed down. But I don't think I need to explain to y'all after seeing this place. the level of need that exists here. Let's do a quick walk around this retaining wall. Just wanted to show everybody. You can see what amazing work it is, you know, and there's obviously two different sections. And this one you could technically walk right on. And there is our memorial there, and our broken section of fence. So, pretty interesting.